One thing before we start creating this update category, which we can copy by now as well, we obviously need to display another one here, validation message basically, which is going to display validation message for the duplicate of the name. So echo object validate name underscore duplicate. Okay, so that's all fine. Now if we open our browser, go to our catalog class, you can close the browser, let's scroll down a little bit. We have add category. Let's now create update category. So after add category, a few new lines, scroll up, and we start with public function update category. We take two parameters, name equals null by default and ID equals null by default as well. Statement very similar to this one. So if we copy this as an empty name rather than type it, and we also add and is an empty ID. These two conditions has to be met. So, and if any of them isn't true, then return false. Okay, and now we start with SQL equals update this underscore table. We're going to go for set name equals and single quote and concatenating with this db escape name, and then we have where statement id equals single quote this db escape id, concatenate with a single quote, semicolon after double quote, then return this db query and SQL as parameter. We can now save the file, go back to the edit page, and I think that's everything that we need because all the other methods were already created. So if we save the file, go back to our editor, click on the edit against our test category. As you can see, it's still here. If we click on update, we are redirected to the edited page. Obviously, we need to change a few things, but that's going to happen in the next video. Then edit, if we change to another test category and hit update, now go back, it did update it, and obviously because it's displaying by the name, so I click on the business link, because it's displayed but in the ascending order of the name, obviously it's now actually on its first position. So that's everything about editing pages, nearly everything, because we obviously need to update all of these confirmation pages, which we actually can do straight away. So rather than putting this onto the next video, if we close our edit.php file, open our browser, open our edited field and edit it. In edited, we obviously need to change products to categories, and this the record has been updated successfully. Go back to the list of categories. We can close this one. Let's actually copy this H1, then remove categories here, edit, problem updating this record, contact administrator. It's always easier to use obviously keyword like record or something like this because you can keep it for all other pages as well. So this is why I've used it here as well. So we can close now edited field. We are done with editing. The last one is obviously remove a category. So let's have a look at this in the next video.